Hey guys, I just filmed a quick video about my hair color change. I got the balayage treatment and I figured that I should go ahead and give an update on my wisdom teeth. I am I'm just shy of 2 weeks out from when I got my wisdom teeth pulled, and today is when I went back into the dentist office and got my stitches taken out. I had the suture down in the lower right tooth cavity, which is where that tooth was against the bone, and they had to take it out in two. So the following, after I wrote a blog post and kind of did the quick video showing what the first 24 hours was like. And after that first 24 hours, I would say so top right and then both on the left side, those teeth cavities, or the tooth cavity, those teeth were fine within 48 to 72 hours. I was fine. I didn't feel anything. And with the lower right, because I had the suture, which is stitches if you don't know, because I had the suture down there, it was just throbbing and I was on pain meds. I had Vicodin and I had 800 milligram tablets of ibuprofen. So for me, I didn't really like the Vicodin, so I was taking ibuprofen, and really I thought that it was just the pain of stitches in addition to the stitches being tight. So I was having constant, very steady pain. I would say that it ranged between a 4 out of 10, which was just like a subtle throbbing, but it was bearable, to maybe an 8 out of 10, which would be when the medicine wore off in the middle of the night and I was like, this shit is I can't sleep type of deal. And so when I went to the dentist today, when he took my stitches out, I realized that I actually had dry socket, which is one of those things that you hear about, and it's a complication that is pretty common that can occur, which is what dry socket basically is that the blood clot doesn't form correctly, so you just have the nerve endings that are exposed. So he, took out my stitches, he put a dressing that will absorb in there, and instantly it felt better. And I was kind of surprised that, number one, I didn't know I had dry socket, and I had heard that dry socket was common, but I honestly thought that it was just that my stitches were tight. So I was just like, if I can make it until I get my stitches taken out, I'll be perfectly fine. And then also, before, I had met a few people who did have dry socket complications with their wisdom teeth, and I remember asking them, how will I know if I have dry socket or not? And they said, you'll know, it's a completely different pain, it really hurts. And for me, I didn't understand what the difference would be like because I've never had my wisdom teeth out, so it was all new for me. But after going through the experience and having 3 teeth that were fine and then one that actually did have a complication, you know that something's wrong. It was an annoying pain, and I had to always take medicine for it. It wasn't anything that I could just sleep off, it was consistent pain varying between a 4 to an 8. The medicine helped a ton. When I was taking the medicine, I wouldn't feel it, but then as soon as the medicine wore off, the pain came back like that. So if you feel that pain, you probably have a dry socket. Clearly, I'm not a dentist, so of course I would say contact your dentist professional. But having gone through the experience and being able to compare what a normal extraction feels like versus an extraction which had dry socket, it's completely different. And it kind of reminds me of the first time that I went paintballing, and I asked them, oh, how will I know when I get shot? And they looked at me like, this simple bitch. I'm joking. But they looked at me and they kind of chuckled, and they were like, oh, you'll know when you get shot. So the first time I got shot with a paintball gun, I realized, oh, this shit stings. There's no mistaking it. And I think it's the exact same thing with the dry socket. There's no mistaking the pain. It is definitely different than what the other ones feel like. I know some people who have had dry socket in all 4, and I could not imagine having that type of experience. I had it in 1 out of 4, and I did get all 4 pulled out at the same time. I feel very fortunate to not be someone that's super anxious at the dentist office. I've been meeting a lot of people who need medicine or need to be put under, or it's just it's very intense, and I'm not that intense. I kind of do some self-soothing thing where I hold my hands like this when I'm laying in the dentist chair, and I kind of just, I can self-soothe. So I don't know, but I feel very fortunate to be pretty good with the dentist, but I know some people that are not. But yeah, it's been awesome. I'm so happy I have him out. My mouth already feels better. Having him put the dressing in there today and take out the stitches, I feel almost 100%. But yeah, it's been almost 2 weeks, so I feel great, and I'm happy. I'm happy I got my wisdom teeth out. So if you care about the hair color, check out that video. I'll put a link in the description box. And otherwise, thank you guys for watching. And if you have any questions about wisdom teeth, let me know. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.